Good morning, everyone. It's my pleasure to be here in front of you and be talking about a very important another topic around intelligent campus solutions. In the morning, Mr. Ala mentioned a very key point that campus is almost 80% of what our society is built on. Like 10 years ago, when countries started transforming their cities and started spending money on smart city projects, everything was fine. But later, I think 5 years down the road or 6 years down the road, everyone realized that maybe after spending so much money, we could not reach where we wanted to be. Maybe when you go inside a hospital, it is not fully transformed to take care of the patients. If you go inside a university campus, we are still not there, and we saw it in COVID-19. We had to do a lot to bring our students back online and continue their education. Banks were doing fine, they digitally transformed in a much better way. But same happened for factories. In COVID-19, we saw that the factory is up and running, people are there, but they cannot, all of them cannot be inside the factory at the same time. But since the factories were never digitally transformed to that level, so we could not achieve what we wanted to. Therefore, we realized at Huawei that the transformation of campus is as important as transformation of a city, transformation of a data center, transformation of a maybe WAN network. So understanding that, we started talking to organizations to pay attention to this aspect. So as we move forward, you have seen that when we started here in 2007, enterprises started digital transformation. First, they started transforming their business, but still keeping the core business to legacy. By 2015, every enterprise started realizing the importance of digital transformation, and they paid attention to their core business to be transformed, and a lot of steps were taken. But as we move from 2020 onwards, what we see is all AI enterprises coming up. I think Dr. Scott also mentioned a lot about what are the trends on artificial intelligence. But in the next 10 years, by maybe 2025, 2030, we will see organizations which are not only fully digitally transformed, but all their core business, all their non-core business is utilizing AI in one way or the other. The gap still, like the data centers will be even more transformed. Maybe the softwares working in the IT departments will be even more transformed. So the gap between what happens on the campus and what a data center can deliver will get even widened. And what kind of challenges we see are coming. Let's have a look. For example, from the service perspective, we have a lot of new services coming up. We have Ultra HD video conferencing needed now everywhere. We have AR and VR, augmented reality, virtual reality needed in schools, needed for training, needed for so many different applications. We even have now autonomous vehicles, smaller ones, big ones, inside the campus areas, appearing in the last 1.5 years, even appearing faster. Even in Dubai, I went to JISEC and I saw at DWTC, there is a shop selling robots. So if there is a shop selling robots, that means there is a requirement. But have you thought, when you put that robot in a campus environment, and if it is working on a wireless technology, Wi-Fi, it cannot shift between two access points. It will get stuck. All the robots will get somewhere stuck between two access points. So do we have the answer? Third, now everybody is sitting at home, but even the people who never bought tablets, never bought laptops, or were only using smartphones will come back to their offices and campuses with at least 3 devices per person. So earlier, BYOD was only to onboard mobile phones along with a desktop terminal, but every person coming back to the campus with 3-4 more devices, everybody getting online, will even increase the challenges. And last but not the least, IoT, or convergence of multiple networks in one single environment. For example, I'm talking to a lot of customers in health sector, hospitals, who want to use Wi-Fi network and IoT network to take care of infants, newborn infant theft protection or mother protection or patient protection. So are our Wi-Fi networks ready for that? So these are the challenges which are coming from services perspective. But when you go and talk to the network manager in a campus environment, they have their own pain points. So they mention their pain points like this. Even if I have deployed the best of the best Wi-Fi equipment in the last 3 years in my network environment, everybody is still complaining. They are not complaining because there are not enough Wi-Fi access points. They are complaining because there is no user experience. In the last 2 to 3 years, I have seen a lot of projects where there was no tech refresh in a wireless environment, but still customer had to spend money to do a tech refresh because there was no user experience in a wireless network environment. Second part is that our branches, our headquarters, the boundaries are diminishing. So your user earlier was very clearly classified that the user is inside the branch, user is inside the office, user has got home, but now because of COVID-19, even in this event, I am speaking, I am on the side, but there are maybe thousands of people who are online, even our own staff who are providing remote support from the other countries. So the concept of where exactly the campus is, where exactly the campus finishes, starts, is all over. And then very important concept is cloudification. Like in the morning, Mr. Alas mentioned about 85% enterprises adopting to the cloud, and I also mentioned yesterday that even 110% organization, cloud adoption is 110% because we are into a multi-cloud era. So is network, campus network especially, able to match what is happening in the cloud? And last but not the least, what about O&M? All of these things not only increase complexity for the network manager, increase the surface of attack for the cybersecurity concerned people. So how about your operation and maintenance? So keeping in view these challenges at Huawei, we thought we will reimagine or we will redefine the whole network environment. We will keep it around 3 important things. Number 1, deterministic user experience. So wherever the user is, it doesn't matter the user is in his car, he's sitting in his coffee shop, he's traveling, he's at his home, or he's inside his office. The user experience of an enterprise should be clear, deterministic, should not be best effort. Second very important thing is how will we cater for hyper cloudification in a campus environment. So that is why we say our campus solution as cloud campus solution. Sometimes people come and ask me, is this hosted in a public cloud? And I tell them no. It is not hosted in a public cloud. It is in your data center like any campus solution, but because it handles your multi-cloud strategy that with the campus, that's why we call it cloud campus powered by AI. So it helps you. And last is ubiquitous connectivity, that no matter wherever you are moving, if I have promised you 100 Mbps, 200 Mbps, you should get it everywhere. So how do we do that? We do that with the help of artificial intelligence. We do that with the help of understanding our networks in a better way, using big data technology. And why we call it intelligent IP. So 5-6 years before, whoever studied IP technology was more around what are the OSI 7 layers, where is the IP layer, okay, third layer is the network layer, but now the definitions change. And why we call it intelligent IP, as you can see on the screen, 3 very important things. The O&M is not dependent on command line interface. I'm a network personnel. I know we all love command line. We want to sit, touch the keyboard, do some things, run the scripts. But the problem is, as a network manager, you are no more network manager of your organization. You are network service provider of your organization. So the mindset of the technical people in an organization have to change. That with AI coming in, automation coming in, nobody is losing jobs. But we are all getting ready for the new challenges that we have to cater for. Second part is bandwidth. The bandwidth also is increasing from maybe providing 40 Mbps, 10 Mbps per access point, per user, to maybe minimum 100 Mbps, and future, maybe 1 Gbps every user in a wireless environment. And last but not the least, as I said, from the experience perspective, how can we utilize all of this to determine the experience of the user? So this is what exactly is intelligent IP. So when you see Huawei repeating the term intelligent IP, so I thought I would make it very clear what exactly it means. So let's move forward. Now let's talk about what exactly is Huawei's Intelligent Campus Network Solution. The name of the brand is, of course, Cloud Campus, but why we call it Intelligent Campus Network Solution? First of all, if we start from the bottom, it covers for all your scenarios. It covers for your headquarter, your main building. It covers for your SD-WAN. It does not make you buy separate softwares, 10 kind of platforms to handle your SD-WAN environment. Everybody wants to do SD-WAN now. It covers for your multi-cloud strategy. That's why I said in the beginning, that's why we call it Cloud Campus. We have a complete range of products to support your underlay deployment, your switches, routers, all series of routers and products. And then we have a very powerful management platform on the top, iMaster NCE. You'll hear this word a lot today. We will do some demos also after coffee. Do attend those demos. But then there are 10 important things about Intelligent Campus Network which I would like you to know and maybe remember, even if 5 of them is very good. So let's start from the top. First and most important value of Intelligent Campus Network Solution. It provides you a single platform for all your campus needs. Generally, when you go to industry players and you tell them, I want to deploy campus, they say, okay, I have a very good solution for you. And then you say, oh, I want to do SD-WAN. Then there is another solution. If you want to do, maybe you say, I want to also utilize passive optical LAN. Oh, we don't do that, or there is another platform. But with Huawei Intelligent Campus Network Solution, you do everything around your campus from a single platform. I don't need to say that how much TCO saving you would be doing on that. Number 2 is, as I said earlier, using big data and AI technology for deterministic user experience. And we will show you that. Number 3, 10 Gbps from a single access point on all wireless campus. And I will show you some models of a variety of wireless Wi-Fi 6 models that we are doing. Number 4, if you don't want to deploy an access controller, your network manager don't want to invest in an access controller, our core switches using a single card can do up to 10,000 access points without doing a separate wireless access controller and can reach up to 50,000 users. So you can imagine the capacity of the hardware we are providing. And then 5th feature is very unique. Most of the time, I think if I ask the audience how much you can go on an Ethernet cable, 100 meter? But we are coming with a hybrid cable which can go up to 300 meter and can give you PoE++. So that saves you a lot in terms of cabling. That saves you a lot in terms of your TCO. So that means if you deploy a switch, you can go up to 300 meters deploying the access point. You can go up to 300 meters deploying a camera. So that's a big, unique feature. A lot of customers have been asking me, how does this cable look like? How do we manufacture this cable? We can provide you the details of this very fantastic, unique solution. Number 6, very, very important. 90% of the campus cannot be transformed now if you do not do IoT. And if you do IoT, if your management comes and says, can we do IoT? You will say, yes, I can, but I need to deploy a Bluetooth network. I need to deploy a Zigbee network. With wireless, Huawei's Wi-Fi 6 APs, you don't need to do that. Our APs support 4 IoT variations for you to be deployed from one single access point. So one single wireless network catering for all your requirements. Number 7, very, very important key feature. Most of the campuses nowadays, they're using IP, but a lot of CIOs come to me, a lot of network directors, we talk to them, they say, can we use GPON to do CCTV? Can we do, for example, let's take an example of a university. In university, there is a lot of buildings who need IP connectivity, but there are dormitories, there is gates, there is CCTV network there. Would you like to invest same IP switches there? No, we have another option. We have GPON, passive optical network. And GPON passive optical network also can be managed from the same platform. Again, a lot of TCO advantage, management advantage. 5G is being rolled out all across Middle East. 5G is being rolled out massively in UAE. Would you not like to use 5G to deploy your branches? Definitely you would like to do that. But once you do that, again, you will be worried about, do I need another platform to do that? With Huawei, you do not need that. So we provide you 5G branch from the same platform. You can take the connectivity from the carrier and manage your 5G branch, roll out as many branches as fast as you want. And number 9, end-to-end campus network security, because security is the most important topic when so many things are happening in your campus environment. We all know the SASE architecture is becoming popular. So again, we take care of security in a campus network environment. Last but not the least, I will show you one very interesting slide around it. And we also have a use case coming from Hashimiyat University today about campus facility management. So no vendor would offer you all of this together. So when you deploy a campus, you want to do asset management, you want to do power conservation management, you want to do people management, you want to manage your access control gates, you want to manage everything in a campus. So at Huawei, we even help you do that. Let's go to the next slides now. So from the Wi-Fi perspective, we have one of the largest or the largest variety of Wi-Fi 6 access point in the industry. Industry started doing Wi-Fi 6 merely last year. Everybody came up with their commercial products last year. We already had a deployment in 2019 in UAE, in DIFC. At the end of 2018, we started talking to DIFC, and in 2019, we already had a physical commercial rollout. So we were the first one in the industry to start rolling out massively Wi-Fi 6, and today, Huawei holds the largest market share outside North American market. That is around 37% of Wi-Fi 6 market share. And not only that, as you can see, so many features. You want to deploy Wi-Fi 6 in your office, you want to do AR and VR, you want to deploy it outdoor. No vendor right now offers you a comprehensive outdoor Wi-Fi 6 technology. Huawei already had a model last year. So we already were rolling out outdoor Wi-Fi 6 before anybody else. Automated factory, again, as I said, it's very easy to talk about robots, it's very fancy to talk about robots. But when the robots are deployed in a campus environment, all of them will get stuck between access points. We foresaw it 3 years ago, and we have a new thing, eye-lossless roaming, where when we are driving, we do not feel when we are shifting between the base stations of a cellular company. Similarly, we implemented the same technology in Wi-Fi so that when you implement robots in your environment, you're already ready with Huawei Wi-Fi 6. And last but not the least, IoT integration into Wi-Fi. So a lot of features around the Wi-Fi products. From the switching perspective as well, without going into the details of what kind of boxes we have a complete variety of products starting from the edge, access, aggregation, core, and all switches, the largest backplane in the industry, the widest variety in terms of number of interfaces, multi-gig, all variety that your network teams are looking at, we have a complete portfolio. Then talking about iMaster NC. Now this is a very important topic because these are a lot of things, but do I need to deploy 5, 6, 7 platforms to do all that? The answer is no. You deploy one platform from Huawei, iMaster NC. We give you in the same platform a network manager. We give you a SDN or service provisioning controller. We give you a network analyzer, and we also give you a security platform, and we give you an AI-based user experience management platform, all coming into one single portfolio, iMaster NCE. And what it can do, as you can see, how I have divided it. Starting from day 0, day 1, day n, from the first time you are planning your network, from the first time you are provisioning your network, and when you are managing your network, and at last, as the system is based on AI and big data, it is learning from your network environment how it helps you optimize your complete network portfolio. So massive number of features from this platform. We have got 2 wonderful demos around this platform after coffee break. Do not miss on how we are exactly doing it. And then SD-WAN. Now, 90% of the customers in Middle East are already wishing to deploy SD-WAN. Some hesitate to deploy SD-WAN because they see a lot of investment coming in SD-WAN from campus perspective, from investment perspective. But at Huawei, we give you a single platform to deploy SD-WAN, and not only that, we also give you a wide variety of branch routers which can do 5G, and a lot of other technologies from the SD-WAN perspective. Again, a lot of convergence for you as an enterprise, that not only you're managing your campus, but you're also managing your complete SD-WAN environment from the single platform. Then, from the user experience management perspective, how do we do that? So we have a platform, Campus Insight, inside iMaster NCE. So it can use AI and big data technology, and it can provide you all these facilities: fault discovery, client journey management, fault demarcation, protocol level tracing, proactive management of your campus environment, all coming from our big data and AI-based platform, Campus Insight. We will demonstrate to you the capabilities of Campus Insight today. It is also outside available, so do have a look at this very wonderful platform. And last but not the least, we talked about network. We talked about how we would manage Wi-Fi, but we did not talk about how we would manage the facility of the campus. So Huawei also has a very strong campus management platform. We call it High Campus Solution. So as you can see, when you deploy this platform, this is how you look at your campus. All your CCTV requirements, your digital patrol, your access control, your asset management, your campus network is only one part of it. Your visitor management, your HSE compliance, now mask and all these things are very important. You want to implement robots in your campus, and you want to deploy this kind of control and management platform to completely manage your campus facility. We already have that. We already have deployed now in the region. We will today discuss, we have Dr. Firas from Hashemite University. They already have deployed this platform with Wi-Fi 6 and Huawei Smart Campus to manage the complete university environment, and not only the network, but they're managing their power, they're managing asset management, all these things from this wonderful platform. So we are helping customers, enterprises all across Middle East, all across the globe, transform their campus facilities. And as I said, at Huawei, when we say campus, we do not bind you, we do not limit you to think about few switches, few core switches, few access points, few controllers. We want you to think about your business requirements. We want you to think about your actual output from your campus environment. And this is all we are doing with a lot of customers across the Middle East and across the globe. I hope my presentation was helpful for you to understand Huawei's campus strategy, why we call it Intelligent Campus Network Solution, and why it is so different from what you are already getting from the industry. Thank you very much. Thank you.